and a huge climb up to the big braking zone at turn 3. Well, there'll be lots of action on lap 1.
That is going to be led across the line by Max Rice and Finn Wieberhaus, the two HRT drivers taking advantage of conditions this morning. We welcome back Max Hofer, former winner at GT Masters. Jonas Greif, a great qualifying from him on row 2. Row 3, Taylor Hagler, one of her best qualifying performances with Fabrizio Crestani. We welcome him for racing 1 in the Ferrari on row 3 of the grid. One of many guesting drivers, Jonas Karklees and Leon Köhler, line up on row 4. And they were very strong at Spa, getting the first podium for them. Tom Callender, Mike David Ortman on row 5 of the grid. A lot of work to do from there for our championship leaders. Sandra Holzem and David Schumacher similarly on row 6, with plenty to be doing in the middle of the pack. And on row 7 of the grid, we welcome back team boss of HRT, Hubert Hout, with Pedro Ibrahim, who is now alongside Eduardo Costeng in the BMW for FK Performance Motorsport. Johannes Kapfinger and Chandler Hole line up on row 8 of the grid, and on row 9 Gerhard Twereza in a Porsche this time around, with Alex Fack, another Porsche for company, another driver who fell foul of the rules in qualifying this morning. Benjamin Heites has Pierre Caffer as his teammate for this event, and Jean-Luc D'Auria, having been disqualified from qualifying, is race 9 of a 12-race season for the ADAC GT Masters. 5 red lights are on and 5 red lights are off. We are go. A great start for Max Rice already. Finn Wieberhaus coming under pressure from Max Hofer up into turn 1. The cars fanning out 3 and 4 abreast. They've got to be careful of track limits in this race, and it's one of the Kapfingers that's turned around. Johannes Kapfinger, the Porsche, pointing in the wrong direction. He's able to regather it. He'd started towards the back already, but contact from another car saw the Porsche pointing in the wrong direction in towards turn 3. Max Rice now under pressure from Finn Wieberhaus. These two drivers who were running in Formula 4 last year, both for HRT, challenging for the lead of this race. Max Hofer making his return, also challenging as well. The rest of the cars filing through. The incident between car 14 and 63 under investigation. So that's Jean-Luc D'Auria and Benjamin Heites. But Finn Wieberhaus is the new leader. He's found a route past Max Rice. There was Mike David Ortman taking a very line as well, picking up some dirt. We're looking down at a replay from turn 4 as well. Lots of challenges for positions. That was somebody going very wide. Was that Mike David Ortman? Yes, it was. So
trying to make good now is the new race leader, Wieberhaus, the only one of the top 4 contenders to get a good qualifying session on the front row of the grid. The others coming from the 3rd and 4th rows of the grid, respectively. On board with Benjamin Heites. I was keeping an eye on the back of the field while we were watching the race start. The reason they're under investigation is that Heites and D'Auria almost came together off the line, and the Ferrari is trying to squeeze up the inside.
We've been looking at the 4th place car, Fabrizio Crestani. We welcome him in the Ferrari, now challenging for 3rd place on the outside of Max Hofer. Fabrizio has been very impressive in all the testing sessions. He's proven to be very impressive here. The experience of Max Hofer not able to hold off the charging Ferrari coming through behind him. Crestani's a 36-year-old, come from Formula Racing. Great to have him here in the Pro-Am Championship, making his debut in the ADAC GT Masters. Our race leader, Finn Wieberhaus, ahead of Max Rice. Max Hofer and Fabrizio Crestani. It's gone the way of Crestani. So Fabrizio up into 3rd place. He's going to have to visit the penalty box 3 times. That's going to be the equivalent of adding 15 seconds onto his lap time. The stewards have had a look and decided that he was at fault. Max Rice under pressure now from Fabrizio Crestani. That Ferrari looking very rapid. Prime drivers are indicated with the green next to their number on your graphic. The blue are the non-Pro-Am drivers. Come back to that in a moment. Look at this, the battle for position. The number 10 of Ibrahim in 7th place. Challenging hard. Leon Köhler in there as well. They've been struggling for pace with the BMWs. They don't look to be struggling too much at the moment. Further back, Tom Callender trying to push forwards past Ibrahim as well. So I was going to say about the Pro-Am and the regular race. The Pro-Am drivers have a pit stop that is 15, I beg your pardon, seconds shorter than the cars that are not in the Pro-Am category. So it means that once the pit window has closed, we may well have a very different dynamic to this race. So the Pro-Am drivers, knowing that they're going to have a shorter minimum pit stop time, will be pushing hard now. Max Hofer in 4th place, and then it's Jonas Greif, Leon Köhler. We're looking at Sandro Holzem from the perspective of championship leader Tom Callender. Have an extra 20 kilos of weight on board on account of winning the last race at Spa-Francorchamps. A success penalty, an extra 10 kilograms on Alex Fack, an extra 5 kilograms on Jonas Karklees. But Jonas Greif trying to hold on. Now David Schumacher challenging for position as well. So David Schumacher with his nose front, that is for 6th place. The two cars running absolutely side by side in towards the corner. Jonas Greif trying to come back, but Schumacher has the line into turn 4, sweeps through to steal the position away. That is P6 for David Schumacher. Great slow-mo here. What we're going to see is Benjamin Heites, and on the outside, Hubert Hout, the team boss of HRT Racing. His cars, well, he's got 6 of them here this weekend.
In the copper and white Mercedes, flashing the headlights, trying to gain a position on the way into turn 1, which he's going to do. Sweeps up the inside of the Lambo. The number 33 car comes back, though. Greif is not going to give the position up. He knows he's back in front. They go downhill briefly, then they go under the bridge to start this steep climb then up towards turn 3. Trying to slipstream back into the position. Here is Tom Callender as they fight over 7th place. He's got the inside line. He's late on the brakes. The Mercedes comes through, almost stops on the apex of the corner and almost gets sideswiped then by the Lamborghini.
He's now got Herman Speck as his teammate. We look again at Taylor Hagler and Jean-Luc D'Auria. Well, he was a teammate with Taylor Hagler at Spa-Francorchamps last time out, now racing her for position. A lot of damage on the Jean-Luc D'Auria car as a result of that first lap collision that we saw. Some great slow-mos.
Coming after them as well was the winner of the Silverstone round of the British Grand Prix a couple of years ago. Way out wide though goes the BMW. Looked like he was about to lose it, and he did through turn 10. So going to lose 2 places here.
He's also had experience in a DTM. Sandro Holzem getting very close and personal with Pedro Ibrahima. That was what we saw earlier coming out.
I'll have to probably wait for another chance down at turn 6 because the inside line is going to be well and truly covered off by the BMW into turn 4.
And to the outside he comes. There's a bit of damage to the left front of the Lamborghini, but it hasn't slowed him down, has it? Benjamin Heites is there just behind them. Great to welcome Hubert Hout to the ADAC GT Masters. Audi giving him a big elbow out of the corner, and into the pits comes Finn Wiebelhaus, getting ready to hand over to Janis Fitcher. So minimum pit stop time from pit entry to pit exit is 85 seconds. So no major rush. It'll be Finn Wiebelhaus that will climb from the seat of the Hout Racing Mercedes. Also coming in, Jonas Greif, who'll be getting ready to hand over to Simon Conner Prim. They too will have the 85-second minimum pit stop time from pit entry to pit exit. They cannot afford to go below that 85 seconds. Otherwise, there is always a very big penalty incoming. So Fabrizio Crestani is able to take over the lead of the race as a result of Wiebelhaus coming in and handing over to Janis Fitcher. There is Simon Conner Prim climbing on board the number 33 Powell Motorsport Lamborghini. The car and the team, the family-run team, Max Powell, who has been racing in DTM this afternoon, Tobias Powell, his dad, who runs the team along with his son. There's Taylor Hagler also peeling off into the pits, and it's Loris Cabarrou.
Luminous yellow Porsche, trying to recover from his brother's contact that forced him into a spin at the start of the race. So Fabrizio Crestani gets out, and it's Kirschmeier gets into the Racing One machine. As they make their way into a new lap, Vega with an excellent move there around the outside at the exit to turn 6, and then the Porsche goes way out wide all over the curbs. He's going to gift the place up here. 5th place is surely going to go the way of Zeppelin. He's going to get there before they get to turn 2, and then Fetzer in the background is going to try and start at the inside as well. The Porsche leaves the door open, and Schwarzer's going to lose another one here, so he's lost out to 3 Mercedes in the space of half a lap. And some great battles going on further back as well. You're looking back from Osten at Simon Conner-Prim, who's a very rapid driver, and he's going to be one to watch as well. He gets up the inside here of Max Osten. They go absolutely together, then down the hill through turn 5. But the inside line will belong to the BMW next, because it's a left-hander that follows all the way into turn 6. Just behind them, you've got Giuliano Holtzum going well in the Audi, but around the outside here at turn 6 exit goes Simon Conner-Prim. So that puts him ahead of Osten, and Osten, rather than gaining a place, is going to end up dropping back one, maybe 2 here, because Holtzum in the Audi's got a good run as well on him.
I've been trying to work out the points of what it would be if the race finished now, but of course we've got guest drivers in there as well. I think the answer is get as many as you can, but Holtzum picking up a bit of curb, slides around into the gravel trap. Let's hope he can keep it going, because if he can't, that'll bring out a safety car. But Giuliano Holtzum was in the wars at Spa-Francorchamps as well, the Holtzums versus the Capfingers, but Max Osten is able to escape without getting involved in that. I thought the 2 cars were going to go together at one point, but Max Osten in that 10th place at the moment. Still the challenge between Salman Vega and Elias Sepinen. Sepinen trying to come around the outside of turn 1, now into turn 2. This is turn 2 coming up next. Still Janis Fitcher hasn't quite got the legs to get past. Now he moves to the outside as they go up towards turn 3. Ernst Kirschmeier not really putting up too much of a fight. Our new race leader is Janis Fitcher in the background, but time will be running out before too long. This is a replay into turn 3. You can see how close Elias Sepinen was getting to Quanda Mokoena in his attempts to find a route past, giving him a little bit of a love tap. Was there contact? Maybe just a teeny little bit of a nudge, saying, come on, get out of the way, I want to come through. Will he go to the right? The question is, well, it's to the left from his perspective on the outside of turn 3, trying to go the long way around, but he goes deep into the runoff area. That just allows Quanda Mokoena to hold on to that 4th place.
At the moment, Mokoena's got a replay of him taking the tighter line in there, so the wider line for the attacker, but too wide, wasn't it? And all 4 wheels over the curbs and longer distance to cover and less traction out there as well. Now, Kirschmeier's working really hard here. He's done another personal best lap, 132.592, but he's still, of course, being caught by Salman Vega. The gap is down to under 4 seconds between the pair of them at the moment. It's going to be less than that, actually, come the end of the lap. It could be down to something in the region of 2 seconds or 3.5. With a very good 1 minute 30.5, only just a bit slower was Simon Conner-Prim in 7th place of the Capfinger Porsche, being running out wide and being passed by the number 10 Eduardo Cositeng BMW, and also by Pierre Caffer, so back down to 15th place for the Porsche, I'm afraid. Zeppelin's just in the absolute best first sector on this lap, and he lost a couple of tenths to Mokoena through the middle sector, the longer sector of the lap. They come back through, over the line they go. Mokoena still in 4th place, 0.4 of a second behind him is Zeppelin, so not too much change between them.
Great job having taken over from Fabrizio Crestani, but now we have a challenge further back as well. Elias Sepinen finally making the move on Quanda Mokoena, but Mokoena just braking as late as he dare, giving Elias Sepinen the squeeze, and once again the number 1 car, very much with the championship in mind, drops back. That allows Dennis Fetzer to get involved as well. 4th, 5th and 6th, and Salman Vega finds the route past Ernst Kirschmeier, 6 at the moment. So I think the clock is going to strike 0 before he gets there. Drifting much. There's those black marks that he left on the track.
Potential podium finish ahead. We'll get the points for 3rd at the moment, but as you say, they're not in contention for the championship. Mokoena arrives, he runs wide on the way through turn 3, and that might gift the place then to Zeppelin, who draws alongside him. You're on board now with the number 1 Mercedes of Zeppelin. He's got the inside line at turn 4, but Mokoena, we know he's a fighter. He's not going to give in, and he's still on the outside line. He's behind, so we'll try and cut back up the inside, but Zeppelin is wise to it, closes the door, and he's got through.
Capfinger's going to have the inside line in towards turn 3. Janis Fitcher into turn 9 for the very last time. Just 1 more turn to go, and he will see the checkered flag in front of him. It's going to be a first ever win for Janis Fitcher and Finn Wiebelhaus in race 9 of the season in ADAC GT GT Masters 2024. We now wait for Salman Vega to cross the line next, and he, along with David Schumacher, will get second place, and then it's going to be Elias Seppänen along with Tom Callender, who will get the last of the podium position. Classification obviously subject to confirmation, but Finn Wiebelhaus taking his first ever win. Janis Fischer has actually won before. He won last year at the Norris Ring, but he's never won with Finn Wiebelhaus. Race 10 of a 12-race season, which will take place tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3:10 local time. Of course, we will have qualifying tomorrow morning. That is at 10:20. Who knows what the weather conditions are going to be? You can never predict it here at the Red Bull Ring.